Yo, what is going on, everybody? I'm back for another video. And how have y'all been? And today, basically, the video that we're going to be doing today, uh, we're gonna continue on this series of me predicting the NFL standings for the 2021-2022 season for the NFL. And last time, y'all know that we did do the NFC South, and that completes the NFC. So I've completed the NFC. Now we're going into the AFC, and we're going to be starting off with the AFC East, which consists of the New England Patriots, New York Jets, Buffalo Bills, and Miami Dolphins. This division is very interesting. A lot of the teams got better, some of the teams got worse, but I'm going to break all of that down as this video progresses. So, and before we start this video, please like, share, subscribe, and and if y'all subscribe, y'all will get more football content. But anyway, let's get into this. Y'all know how we do it. We go from what team I think is gonna finish last place in the division, and what team I think is gonna finish first place in the division, just so it gets more intense throughout the video. And again, y'all could just skip, but I advise y'all not to do that. Just listen to what I have to say. But anyway, in last place in the division, I have the New York Jets at 4-13. Again, this team, it got better. It definitely got better from last season. They had some good additions. And Zach Wilson has potential to be a franchise quarterback, but he just needs to. They just need to treat him well. But my prediction is he's just gonna end up like Sam Darnold, because the Jets. No, they have Robert Saleh. So, he's a pretty good head coach. He was a good defensive coordinator, so we're about to see if he could be a good head coach. But coordinators don't always translate well into head coaches, as you saw with Pat Shurmur and different examples. But, the Jets, in general, they have a pretty tough schedule. They don't have an easy schedule. In general, they're not a very good team. They're probably one of the worst in the NFL. They added Elijah Moore, wide receiver, but their defense is still mediocre. Their offensive line is still mediocre besides from Mekhi Becton. Their wide receivers, aside from Elijah Moore, isn't the greatest. I know they added Corey Davis, but in general, this team, it just isn't it doesn't have as much talent as some of the other teams in this division. So I think 4-13. Once again, the Jets have an awful season, get a high draft pick, and draft another bust. So anyway, in third place in the division, I have the Miami Dolphins at 9-8. Now, the Dolphins, I don't think they've gotten any worse. I think they got a little better, but the schedule is tough. This division is tough, and they have pretty difficult games. I think they're gonna probably get swept by the Bills. I think they can pull off a game one against the New England Patriots. They're probably gonna beat the Panthers. They're probably gonna beat the Jets, sweep the Jets. And I think that translates into 9-8, which again isn't a terrible record for the Dolphins. But for the Dolphins, their goal this season is to hopefully see Tua Tagovailoa progress. They added Jalen Waddle, so I don't think Tua has as many excuses as he had last year. Like last year, we gave him the benefit of the doubt because it was COVID, and he was coming off an injury. But if Tua doesn't perform well this season, I'd give him one more after that, and then if he doesn't perform well, I think he's going to end up like a Daniel Jones, and I would just send him off. And Tua, if this is a very make-or-break season for Tua, if he doesn't perform, I think he might end up like a journeyman like Josh Rosen. But I hope for the best for Tua, and hopefully he's good. But 9-8 is my record prediction for the Dolphins. In second place in division, I have the New England Patriots at 12-5. What a way Bill Belichick spent in free agency. He drafted his future quarterback. So he got a whole bunch of new wide receivers with Nelson Aguilar and that one receiver from the 49ers. I cannot remember his name. What was his name? Kendrick Bourne. He's like, those are okay receivers, but again, all these they added Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. So they went from nothing to something. They went from nothing to Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. It was a very good tight end duo. The receivers can be better. Their defense is good. Their offensive line is good. I have really high hopes for the Patriots. 12-5 is a very good season, way better than that 7-9 season they had last season. The Patriots are gonna make the playoffs most likely, and 12-5 should be enough. But I don't think 12-5 is enough to win the division, because I have the Buffalo Bills winning the division at 13-4. Again, Josh Allen is coming out off of one of the best quarterback seasons that he's ever had. Stephon Diggs is coming back as one of the best wide receivers. Cole Beasley's still in the slot. They added Greg Rousseau, who is raw and isn't very good, but at one point he was a top 5 draft prospect. So if they can live up to the potential, then I think he's gonna be very scary. They still have Trey White. They still have do they still have Jordan Poyer? They might still have Jordan Poyer. They have Ed Oliver, who they drafted as a franchise nose tackle. The linebackers are okay, but it's all going to depend on Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. This connection is nasty, and it will get better. And it will get better throughout the season. So I think 13-4. I don't know if it's enough to take the AFC. The AFC, like in general, the number 1 seed. But I think the Buffalo Bills are going to be a hard whole Super Bowl contender. But there are tough opponents in the AFC, like the Chiefs, the Browns, the Ravens. The AFC is a lot stronger this year, in my opinion, than the NFC, 100%. It's sad but a few years ago, because it was reversed a few years ago, but it's whatever. But yeah, the Bills cap it off at 13-4. And yeah, but anyway, guys, if y'all enjoyed this video, if y'all liked my opinion, like, share, subscribe, do all of that, and I will see y'all in the next video.